wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our video. My name is Anggun Mairo and my partner.
My name is Hamila Iya. How's your day, guys? We hope all things are good for you.
Previously, we met in food review vlog. However, on this occasion, we will discuss the bridge that is an icon of Palembang City, namely is Ampera Bridge.
Palembang is geographically separated by the Musi River into Ulu and Ilir area. Palembang people need a Musi bridge that can connect the Ulu and Ilir communities. The issue are the design of the construction of the Musi bridge had already been planned during the colonial administration, namely during the period of Mayor Lekut the Airman Defile in 1924. In the post-Indonesian independence period around 1915 to 1916, the people of Palembang ruled out their desire through the People City Council to realize the construction of the Musi Bridge. According to the news, short of Yogyakarta, newspaper Kedaulatan Rakyat, which connect Kedaulatan Rakyat Juli 1960, which contained news about the construction of a modern bridge over the Musi River, Palembang.
Coincidentally, at that time, Indonesia would receive release funds from the Japanese government, and Bung Karno planned that the war release funds would become capital in the constructions of the Musi Bridge later. In 1958, Sukarno had received news from Prime Minister Juanda that around $20 million of the first pass of Japanese compensations would soon be approved. Based on this news, Sukarno developed one of his plans to build the Musi River Bridge. In 1960, the funds were completely disbursed and the Musi Bridge was started. Sukarno asked the architects of the Musi Bridge to build boulevards on both sides of the bridge. The Musi Bridge was built with Japanese architects who really understood how to build bridges in areas with high earthquake risk. Sukarno asked that the bridge could last 100 years or even more. The Japanese experts agreed.
In 1965, the bridge was completed and the people of Palembang named it Bung Karno Bridge. In 1966, the name of Bung Karno Bridge was changed to Ampera Bridge, which means mandate of people suffering. The mandate of the people suffering is questioned is the suffering of the people of Palembang because it has been colonized by the Dutch colonials for decades, and in 1942 was colonized by the Japanese army. With even there are considered by the people of Palembang to very sad and miserable for the people. After the colonists are no longer there, Palembang feel happy and independent, and the Ampera Bridge is a symbol of independence from the mandate of the sovereign of the people of Palembang.
The Ampera Bridge itself is designed in the middle of the bridge body to make a tower pole with a height of approximately 63 meters, and the distance between the two bridge tower poles reaches approximately 75 meters. The main purpose in the making this bridge tower pole is to leave the bridge body in the middle with a width of approximately 75 meters. The purpose of the rise and fall in the middle of the bridge body is as a way for large ships whose height reaches the bridge. However, in the 1970s, it was no longer functioning, not because it was damaged, but because of the silting of the river, and was irrelevant for the passage of traffic because it took about 1 hour for the activity. The length of the Ampera Bridge is 1,117 meters with 22 meters center sections, 71.90 meters, weight 944 tons, and equipped with a 500-ton ballast. All the center section can be lifted so that large ships can pass, but since 1970, the center section can no longer be lifted. The wake pendulum was dismantled in 1990 because it was feared to be dangerous. The bridge is 11.5 meters high above the water. The towers are 63 meters high from the ground, and the distance between the towers is 75 meters.
Expansion joints that are no longer functioning, bridge spear shapes experiencing spelling due to being hit by coal breakage, corrosion of bearings, and also to the bottom of the tower damage to garden-like road the feeders on the Ampera Bridge, and so on, so that rehabilitation treatment is needed on the Ampera Bridge. The structural analysis results so that in general the bridge capacity and still withstand the design load in accordance with the latest bridge loading regulation SNE 1725 to 2016. However, the analysis the fraction that occurs in the middle span of the main bridge slightly exceeds the permissible deflection limit. In addition, the moment capacity of the floor slab is quite close to the maximum moment that occurs.
To monitor the conditions of Ampera Bridge in real time, it is recommended to install SHMS Structural Health Management System, especially on the main span of the bridge, as part of the historic bridge management process. It is necessary to continue with the next analysis, namely comprehensive analysis, especially of the bridge under building, functional evaluations of the bridge, identification of detailed bridge rehabilitation, handling needs, and life cycle analysis.
In September 2021, an load test was carried out on the Ampera that used the feasibility of the bridge which was built 64 years ago. The team from BBPJN tested their spans on the Ampera Bridge, namely the center span, left span, and right span. The test result found that the natural frequency flow of the bridge is still below the threshold when referring to other smaller bridges. Likewise, the bridge structure is still considered good and able to withstand loads in accordance with the 2016 SNE set by the Ministry of PUPR.
Ampera Bridge is the icon of Palembang. The people of Palembang must take part in preserving and maintaining the bridge facilities and increasing the use value and utilization of the bridge. In addition, the government also took part in evaluating the bridge that had been built several ago. Okay guys, our discussions ends here. We hope that our explanations can add insight to all of you. See you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.